Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book fiends. I am the Dark Librarian. And I'm going to share with you now a few terror tomes I picked up today. Oh, yeah. Thank you for joining me. And I made a short stop at the comic book shop, and I got a few things. Now, usually, when I go to the comic shop and I'll go look through some of the new stuff. I don't go all that often, but I look through some new stuff, and then as an afterthought, I'll sometimes go look in the back issue bins. And but then I completely space out the titles that I want to look for. I just can't think of them. Well, today I was planning ahead. I stayed away from the new racks, went straight to the back issue bins. I had a list of titles that I was interested in looking for, and I got some. I was just wanting something readable and real cheap, and I got all these for $20. And the most expensive one was $6. The others were $2 or $4. So I think I did good. And these are all of the horror mystery titles from the Bronze Age, Charlton and DC. So, take a little look at some of these here. First of all, this is a title I like. I only have very little of. Same thing for the next one. Very few of. And seldom see. But fortunately, they had one. This is from Charlton Comics, 1976. Monster Hunters. And look at this. Look at this cover. I think this is, for sure looks like it from the style. But I think this is a Tom Sutton. I can't find a signature anywhere, but I think it looks like a Tom Sutton. A multimedia painted cover. And it's really nicely done. A horrid looking monster here. But the female, the figure of the lady here in the monster's arms is just a very lovely drawing. It looks a lot like the shape of her head, the way it's laying, the whole thing. It's just very wonderfully done. And of course, I don't think there were a whole lot of issues of Monster Hunters. But there's some. I'll just take a look here. And who had this is art by Larson and Boxell. I don't know who them. Story by Carl Wessler. It's had a lot of stuff that I didn't know. Then here's another story, Wormholes. This is nicely done too. I'm thinking this might. I can't find artist signature. Might be Tom Sutton, but I am not positive. Looks kind of like it though. Yeah, because for Halloween, spooky October, Spooktober, the Frogman. This is Steve Ditko, and know that in a heartbeat. And Ditko's work on the Charlton Horror Comics just was not nearly as good as his earlier stuff had been, or even some of the stuff he did over at Atlas and the like. And I think he was just work for work's sake primarily, but still well told stories. And then here is Midnight Tales number 3. This is from 1973. Now, I really like Midnight Tales, but I very seldom come across one. So I was lucky to get one. It's only 20 cents. Arachne, these guys are good. And of course, the cover by Wayne Howard. And in this title, the cover was always some kind of gag. Drawn by Wayne Howard and would have nothing to do with the interior storylines. And the stories were usually, as I recall, the ones that I've got, it was always on a theme. Some kind of theme going on. I'm not sure what the theme is here. And again, Wayne Howard doing the introduction, because our horror hosts here are the Midnight Philosopher and his niece Arachne. Then we have Joe Stanton drawn story for Nicola Cuddy, who did the writing, and I really liked Joe Stanton's style at this time. It's considerably different from what it evolved into. And then some more Wayne Howard. Again, a story by Nicola Cuddy, but this is Wayne Howard. And I really like the Wayne Howard's art. Not just primarily, but not just because it looked so much like Wally Wood's work. So he had a good draftsman and had good visual storytelling, and it was just all really good stuff. So that is Midnight Tales number 3. Then we jump over to DC Comics, The House of Secrets number 138. This is from 76, I think it was. 1975. The House of Secrets. And this is it. They had always had some interesting stuff. They had several titles, and of course, not all the stories are necessarily that good, but the stories were always well crafted, and had good artwork. Depending on at this time, were using a lot of Filipino artists who were just getting introduced to the American market, and this was considered a good place to start them off. Then here's Night Watchman. We've got our horror host Abel, brother of Cain, and here he is also. This is art by Leopoldo Duranona, or is it Duranova? Duranona, yeah. Script by George Cashton. Oh, look at this ad in the center double page spread. And it's Tarzan discovers the land of the prehistoric animals. But what it is, it's for pom-poms. Get your own Aurora prehistoric monsters. So it's an ad for the model kits and candy, and you can get the candy would have things on the back of the prehistoric monsters. That's cool. I never saw them, but. Oh, here's one. Yeah. Oh, the guy's a bat. And he turns into a guy. He's a vampire of some kind. And then Snakebite, art by Romy Gamboa. See, all these seem to be Filipino artists. Then we have Secrets of Haunted House, number 8. This is from 77. We defy you to unlock the shattering secrets of Haunted House. Raise the devil if you dare. And this has in Secrets of Haunted House, they had a different host. It was Destiny, but the other horror hosts. Here's the witch from The Witching Hour at Cain and Abel from Houses of Mystery and Secrets, and they're so we don't even see Destiny in this at all. They're kind of taken over, but he pops back up later. Interesting stories, yeah. And again, some nice artwork and the strange case of the sloop San Mateo. Yeah, see, they're taking over the hosting duties in this particular issue. That's number 8. Then we skip to number 15. I gather this is that was 77. This is 79. And I gather from the context that the title had been canceled for a short time. Because Secrets of Haunted House. He's alive. Then we'll have to shoot him again. 3 thrilling tales in this issue. Oh, see, and here are Cain and Abel, and they're talking smack about Destiny. So they let this guy come back over your own dead body. Oh, just some more good stuff. But this is has some less horror and more just unusual. But the last story is because this is one where Destiny plays a role in the story himself. Yeah. Ooh, creepy stuff. And then we're going to finish up with Secrets of Haunted House, number 36. This is a big jump in time. This is 1981. Beware the Sea Hag. And this has more familiar cover artists, Rich Buckler and Dick Giordano. And plus a new adventure of Mr. E. Now, I've heard of Mr. E, but I've never seen any before, I don't think, that I know of. And so he was, from what I understand, Mr. E was, he was like, I want to say like Doctor Strange, or kind of like, not exactly a Ghostbuster, or a Ghostbreaker, but he delved into the supernatural. Maybe a supernatural detective, I guess that's how you'd call him. And there's, of course, our host Destiny. But this is artist Wade Hampton and writer Carl Wessler. We saw him in, I think he wrote a story in one of those, what are they called? Charlton books, I think, if I remember correctly. It's some nice draftsmanship. It looks almost like Dave and Dan Day. And there's the Sea Hag. Ooh, spooky stuff. Now this is Sister Sinister. And I was looking through this, and this is some really nice draftsmanship. And it looks, just to look at it, looks more like a... this is art by Howard Bender and Larry Malstead, with Ms. Charlie Seeger as the writer. Now, has more of a romance look to the art style, but it's not. But I think you can see what I mean there, because there she turned into a werewolf. And here's our Mr. E story. And this is drawn by Dan Spiegel with Bob Rozakis as the writer. And of course, anything drawn by Dan Spiegel is drawn very well. Because I've talked about him so many times that I'm going to again in just the near future. Yeah, but it's, some spooky and some magical stuff going on. So I don't know what all, because I haven't read them. I just bought them today, so I haven't read them yet. So that is all I wanted to share with you today. This little bunch of Bronze Age terror tomes. Ha ha ha! So I do want to thank you for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do leave your comments down below. Are you like me? Do you think this is a really good period in comics history for some of the horror/mystery titles from various publishers? Or am I completely crazy? Will you let me know? And remember, comics are art.